Hello, I'm Amy here from Travel and Tour World, and I'm delighted to be speaking with Pearce, Director at Top 2 Media and Events. Hello Matt, how are you doing?
Good, thanks Amy, good.
Okay Matt, it's great to have you with us today. AIME has been a key platform for the business event industry in APEC for over 30 years. How do you see AIME 2025 evolving to meet the changing needs of the industry?
So, I think any event, AIME is a good event, great event, but any event is only as good as the stakeholders it represents. So we spend a lot of time talking with our stakeholders, whether they're the exhibitors or the sellers and the buyers themselves, to understand what they want and what trends they have and what trends that they see. And then we go out and look to see how we can manage that. So, this year we've got newer areas, we've got a big DMC area, we've got a big boutique area, because some people want smaller venues rather than all of the big venues. And it's by listening to what our stakeholders are looking for that we constantly tweak the show every year to make sure that we're on trend, if you like.
Okay, all right. Okay, AI is a major focus at AIME 2025. How do you see AI transforming the way business events are planned, executed and experienced? Are there any AI-driven innovations showcased at AIME this year that excite you?
So there's a lot of discussion about AI wherever you go. Everybody's talking about AI.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
We have there's obvious ways that AI is impacting events. So you've got the coordination of the event and the planning, and there's tools like PCMA Spark. So they've got their own tool that you can use that's specifically for our industry.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things happening. Where we're using it specifically is in the meeting matching. So we use AI when we are organising the interviews or the meetings rather between buyers and sellers. Mm-hmm. So our exhibitors choose who they'd like to see, the types of people they want to see, the visitors say the types of exhibitors they'd like to see, and what the AI does is it actually helps match not just what you've said but what you do. Because if you start looking at a certain group of people, you may not have said that you're interested in them, but as soon as the AI starts to understand what you're looking for, it then represents more meetings for you of those sorts of people. So it's learning from what we do and how we do it. And that's the AI that we're using to get the right meetings and the right outcomes for people.
Yes, that's right. Okay, what initiative at AIME 2025 are designed to support emerging talents, and how do you measure their impact?
We've got two programs that we're running here. We've got a thing called the Rockets program.
Okay.
So, and what that is you've got the very big buyers, large organizations that have been successful, and we go to some of them and get some of their junior buyers, junior in terms of experience, not necessarily in terms of age. So it is around experience within the events industry. And so with those particular people, we get them to come and we allow them to come in and they shadow their bosses, so that they're listening and learning and so forth. So they're called the Rockets because we're trying to accelerate them up.
Yeah.
And then the other group we have a sort of the Next Stepper. And the Next Stepper program is where we have gone to the universities and the tertiary educators, and we've taken a group of people from the tertiary who are doing events courses, and we've given them internships, if you like, within the show. So they're with us for the week before and they're with us through the show, and then they get to understand how to put a show together, the big parts. In terms of measuring success, we did it last year, and actually of the Next Steppers, the new kids that came in, 2 of them were offered jobs.
Oh, wow.
So they actually took roles on by meeting people at the show.
Oh, that's cool.
And so we're really encouraged by that. So we're continuing expanding those programs.
That's great. Okay, with rapid changes in technology and attendee expectations, how does Top 2 Media and Events stay ahead of the curve, and what's your vision for the futures of business events?
It's an interesting question because I don't know whether any of us really feel we're ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
We like to be there, but
Yeah.
whether we are, sometimes new things come and they don't work, they fail. One of the trends undoubtedly is around, if you like, exhibitions for a long time were about meeting people with serendipity. So you meet somebody, you find that you've got something in common, you can do business together and so forth. We're increasingly, people are busy, and so they don't want just to rely on serendipity, they want their meetings and they want to know where we go. So I think we're ahead of the curve in terms of the meetings that we run, because we know that this week, for example, there'll be over 20,000 meetings happening over the 2 days, because we've set most of those. So we know they're there. So we've already taken some of the serendipity out. In terms of other trends, I mean, I think, you know, there's no doubt that people are looking for business and so personal and professional development, if you like, personal and professional benefit, because they value their own time. So when you come to AIME, you come in on a Saturday or a Sunday, and that's your own time. So we understand that, so we want to give some benefit back to our visitors, so yesterday we had on the Monday, first day of AIME, we had a knowledge program, and in that knowledge program, a lot of that was really about personal development as well as professional development. So it's really important to understand that people's lives, working from home as a lot of people do, 2 or 3 days a week, there's a much bigger blurring of when does work stop and when does personal life start. And we recognise that by having a lot of development, which is personal development, not just professional development.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, attendees' expectations are evolving with personalizations and immersive experiences becoming a priority. What strategies do you believe event organizer should adopt to enhance engagement and deliver greater value to attendees?
So, I think in a way you've answered the question with the question, because it is about the immersive experience and what people are doing and how they're doing it. And really, AIME is growing because if you look on the show floor, there's more technology out there, and there's the boutique areas give you the immersive, and it's this combination of small and tech, and whether the tech screens or whether it's AI or whether it's facial recognition, all of those things really come together. I think really what people want is an easier life. And if you go through an airport now, you know, you don't, when I was traveling through Hong Kong recently, you don't, and I know they've had it for a couple of years, you don't need your boarding pass. Once you've gone through, it's facial recognition. As we all come to terms with that and we understand it, there will be a higher expectation about those things within an event. So why do I need to register? You've got my facial recognition, I should be able to walk in. Those things will come, and it's a challenge for us because we know that the badge, really people don't need a badge, we want them to have the badge. So there's a lot going on, and but it's immersive is the answer.
Okay, great. All right, looking ahead, what's your vision for the future of AIME and the broader business event industry? Are there any emerging trends you believe will define the next decade of global business events?
I think it's a really hard one because the emerging trends, we know what they are, we've spoken about them, you know, meeting, matching, and AI will drive a lot of things, and there's consumer expectation. I think the interesting thing for all of us is that a few years ago we were looking at virtual meetings as being a threat, and then they're no longer a threat. But there is a greater opportunity to record sessions, to have things online. Now they come at an additional cost, and so we're all trying to work out how to marry digital with physical, and have a good, and you know, if you look at the way even you're interviewing me and the way it was set up, 3 years ago you wouldn't be doing it this way.
That's right.
So you could argue that that's still emerging, but actually we're all dealing with it all the time, and it's changing so quickly and so incrementally that I think it's really hard we're all doing things that we think are new,
Yeah.
but actually if you look in tech world, they've probably been doing it for a few years yet. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's a hard one.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, Matt, thank you for sharing this insight. Wishing you and the entire AIME team a successful event, and we look forward to seeing the impact of this year's discussion.
I mean, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Most
Take care.
welcome.
Thank you.
you.